Well, some new calls to get the Department of Justice involved in a fight to get back millions of taxpayer dollars, $500 million really, given to the solar company Solyndra just before it collapsed. Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise, joined by 24 colleagues, informally requesting a DOJ investigation. A little background here on Solyndra for you. The whole thing began back in March of 2009. That's when Solyndra first got approval from the Department of Energy for that $500 million loan guarantee. Nearly 2 years later, the company hit a severe cash crunch. And then, this past September, Solyndra officially filed for bankruptcy protection. All the employees were laid off. 2 days later, FBI agents raided Solyndra offices and executive homes. Well, Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise is spearheading, as I mentioned, the effort to involve the DOJ on this. He joins us live. And, Congressman, thanks so much for being with us.
Good to be with you, Greg.
As to the people who made the decision to loan this $500 million to Solyndra, did they have any advance warning that the loan should not be made because Solyndra was in poor financial health?
Absolutely. We've already covered emails from within the Department of Energy, as well as pressure that was being put on Energy from the White House to approve the loan. But there were people in Energy that thought that Solyndra was not ready for prime time, shouldn't get the loan, and even some people at Treasury who questioned whether it was legal to subordinate the taxpayer, to put him in back of the line. And many of us feel it was illegal for the administration to put the taxpayer in the back of the line for that first $75 million that we need to recoup.
I'll get to that in just a moment, but I want to ask you about the document dump on Friday. The White House turned over, I think, 313 internal documents there. I know you haven't had a lot of time to review them. Is anything in there that may belie the White House claim that they did nothing improper?
From what we've seen, they've not complied fully with the investigation. We've asked the White House to give us all the information they have regarding Solyndra. And they're slow walking this process, but they're also being very selective in what they give us. So we know we haven't gotten all the documents. The White House even acknowledges that. And frankly, it begs the question, what does the White House have to hide, and why aren't they turning over this information so the public can get the transparency that the president promised when he ran for office?
Who in the West Wing was involved in the decision and had access to the president?
We already know that there are some close advisors to the president that are listed in some of these emails. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten all of the information. So
Axelrod, Browner, Valerie Jarrett, Ron Klain, those folks?
They're all mentioned in emails that we've seen. We just haven't seen the full breadth of it. That's why we're going to continue pressing to make sure that the White House complies with the subpoena that they were issued.
Now, in your letter, and I have a copy of it here, I just want to read one line. The Department of Energy's decision to subordinate the taxpayers' interest to private investors in relation to any recovery against Solyndra allows private investors to receive money before the taxpayers in direct violation of the law. If that law was broken, what should happen?
Well, we've called on Attorney General Holder to go and investigate this and to get the money back, to first of all, to violate that subordination, because the law is clear. First of all, in a loan like this, the taxpayer should not be put in the back of the line, and yet that's what the White House did when they brought in their own private investor friends to help bail out Solyndra. They actually put the taxpayer in the back of the line, which violates the law, but it also jeopardizes $75 million of the $535 million that's been lost.
Well, Congressman Steve Scalise, let us know what you hear in response to your letter. Thank you very much for being with us.
We're going to continue fighting for the facts. Thank you.
All right, we've been covering